Hey lads, this is day 183 of my series to get to 2K on chess.com. Today is going to be a beautiful day because we're going to win every single game. Maybe we only play one game, I don't know. A 1653 from Greece, and we get to play our Dutch. I put my ELO range -50 to infinity, which means I can only play people 50 ELO under me and up to an infinite ELO above me. And I think this way I won't be playing lower rated opponents, like a lot lower rated, you know. So let's play the Dutch. You know, these standard moves. I always do these moves and then castle here. He's going to put his bishop here? No? Okay, we're going to fianchetto. Get our bishop on the diagonal because he didn't opt to do that. And I'm not going to put my knight here. When the knight comes to d2, you don't want to swap your knight off. If it comes to f3, often you do because you can swap it off here and double the pawns. But when it's here, you can't do that. So this is the setup we've got. We'll put our pawn here to stop his knight jumping in. And I'm hoping he will castle here. I'm pretty sure he will because these pawns are being pushed. So I've got my setup in. He looks like he's got his setup in. And now we are going to go for a kingside attack, chucking everything down this side of the board. Okay, you love to see it. Can I start with this move? The only thing about this move is it gives his knight a free move because his knight can move anywhere and I will be attacked by his bishop. But I don't think he can move anywhere that really helps him. If I go here, I am threatening this, but yeah, I think I'll go here. If the knight comes in, we will just move up. And he can't kick us. Don't think he can. If his bishop comes here, we go all the way back. And if the pawn comes, we could take here. Okay. So he's attacking us with his bishop. I will just step back this way. If he attacks us here, this is checkmate. So he does have to be a bit careful. Okay, he's stopping this. I think I will swap off here. And then I'm going to play this pawn up. If his queen takes, hitting our rook, I'm going to play the pawn up. Okay, he took with the knight. Okay, I need to look for a pawn push because these pawns need to be in the attack. Can I go here? Take. He wins a pawn. So let's get our knight closer into the action, helping support this pawn push. So we have 2 defenders of this pawn push, but he has 3 defenders, so we need another defender. Maybe I could go here and swap off this bishop. I actually like this, so that means I get rid of his bishop, and maybe he'll have a pawn here though. But this bishop is a strong defender, so maybe we can just get rid of that and allow some space for our rook to get into the attack. And once the rook is lifted and into this attack, I think we'll have a lot more that we can do. We could play this here, and then we can push this. But still, even the bishop, we don't have a really strong attack. But if we go here, we can hit this pawn. I think that's what we'll do. So now this pawn cannot move because we win the rook. And we're going to try to attack this. Okay, so the rook moves. Makes a lot of logical sense. And he's kind of forcing this pawn to move. But I think we can just swing the rook over. And there's still this tension here. 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders of this square. And I only have 4. I have 4 defenders as well. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could do this. Here, 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 here. Let's go for it. I think we can do this now. I'm bad. What did I do? Did I really miss that? How did I miss that? Ugh, my piece was hanging. Oh, come on. How did I screw that up? Am I really this blind? Okay, if I push the pawn, I could push the pawn, and then where does his knight go? Here? I think pushing the pawn seems okay, but taking the pawn is good too, but that allows a trade-off. I think pushing the pawn seems better, but then this hangs, and he's just able to push his pawns to victory. Maybe we start with this, just to defend our pawn. I think that's what we have to do, just to defend this pawn. Well, that was really bad. Okay, I want to, now he's got more attackers here, doesn't he? Oh, what am I doing? I'm just allowing him to win. Okay, this allows my queen to jump up to g5, which is what I want. But I'm struggling here. I am really struggling. Maybe this. My opponent has outplayed me again. Guys, I think I got worse at chess. Like, I actually got worse. I don't know why, or how it happened, or when it happened, but I just feel like the last week has been really rough. Not playing well. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. Can I go here and then take this pawn? I mean, the knight's holding, but could also just push here. Pushing here, he takes. Maybe we get in and do something. But I do need another rook into this fight. And I think while my queen is holding this square, I could lift this rook. I do not want to take this pawn because that allows his rook in. She's looking at this. We just capture. But then he has a back rank checkmate. Which is disgusting. So basically here forces my rook off the back rank, and then check here. I can't block with either piece. So I think we go here. Nope, I just hung a rook. What am I doing? Okay, lads, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This is not good. I think I don't know what this was. I'm gonna resign this one because I'm not feeling it. We played with a 79.9. My opponent played with a 90% accuracy. I actually played with a pretty good accuracy. So maybe my opponents are just playing well. But I mean, I did blunder this. Like, this was bad because the knight wasn't defended, and I needed to remember that. Wow, my opponent played really well. So the first place that I went wrong was moving the queen out early. I should have developed my pieces before moving my queen out. I need to remember this because I do play the Dutch quite a lot. So going here was a mistake. I should have developed my knight first. Moving his knight here, you know, forces me back. So I'm wondering, would queen here have been a better move? Yeah, queen here is a much better move. So that's good to remember, not to just allow myself to be put into a discover. I will remember this for the future. All right, lads, game 2. A 1667 from India. And my rating is just dropping, but we are going to absolutely destroy this guy. He is playing the perk. The modern defense kind of setup. I've played this many times. Take, take, usually is what happens. This is not what happens. Now we've got a free piece, and he resigns. Wow. Okay, game 3. All right. Game 3. A Sicilian. Our opponent's name is Sloan82. Don't know where he's from. But we are going to destroy this guy. I just want to climb, and I need to fix my mistakes. In the last time I played the Sicilian, I brought my queen out too early, so I'm not going to be doing that today. In the Dutch game we just played, I brought my queen out too early. I need to remember to keep my queen back. And just develop. That's all I got to do. So all you have to do in chess is develop. There's a pawn here we take. I'll just pre-move this. Okay, this is an interesting move. Okay, so his bishop is open. We can move the queen out now because the knight can't jump into the position and fork us. So queen here could be good because it locks his bishop to defending this. But I think first let's develop, like I have been saying. And I think this is okay now. I don't think it's wrong. Now, if it is wrong, we will check in the review to see if moving that queen was a mistake. But I don't see it as wrong. Okay. He's going for this. I think we have to take here. And we will castle. This knight is bad. I can come here and maybe double his pawns here, which would be nice. His bishops are strong. If I move my bishop out here, he just kicks, which I don't want. So let's just advance our pawns on the queen side. Going here would be a mistake because take, and then he just kicks me and I can't go back because the rook hits me. So that's good that I spotted that. What about here? Take, he wins a pawn. It's no good. Here seems like our best move. I think we'll go for this. Or we could just take. But I think that allows his rook to develop. So if he takes here, we take back with knight. And then knight is hitting this pawn. And this is his weakness in his position right now. So we got to go after this one. So maybe getting our knight here. We can't right now because there's a trade-off there. But this is the weak pawn. It's not defended by another pawn. So that's what I'm trying to go for. Now he could just push here. But if he pushes here, that gives us a very strong square here for our knight. Never can be kicked by another pawn. It's called an outpost, where the pawns that could normally attack you are pushed too far. But if we were to get our knight here, we would have to first eliminate his knight, because his knight can easily just kick us, and then our pawn structure is messed up. Now, I am thinking about, sacking something here and attacking with the bishop. So that's an idea in the dragon a lot of the time. But if I move this piece, I have to also remember that this pawn is weak. So if he pushes here, take. That's what we'll have to do. We can't move this knight right now. Okay. This is a very strange move. If I go here and he takes, then we attack here, we defend our pawn, and also our bishop's on this diagonal. I think this is the move. Now he doesn't have any discovery, does he? We would just take and then he take. Now our bishop becomes quite strong. I think we can do this. Okay, so let me just calculate this. Here, take, knight here, or let's say even knight here. Take, that would be fine. And then we could defend this pawn. Then take. So here. If he goes this way, I have to take. Then he takes back. So here, take. Knight b6. Take. Pawn e6, he would win the knight. So we have to defend our knight. So his bishop's here, attacking our knight, and he's attacking here. So maybe what we have to do first is defend this pawn. Maybe. Or we could just kick his bishop away. Let's do that. Let's kick his bishop away for now. And now that's no longer a threat. Okay, so he is defending here, though, which is frustrating, because this is what my whole plan is to get. Maybe we come here now. Try to double these pawns. I actually kind of like this. Using all my pieces. There's got to be a pawn break at some point here where we push a pawn. We just have to build it up. So maybe getting our rooks here to defend a pawn push or something like that. But you got to look for your pawn pushes in the game, I think. I could come here and defend this pawn. There is a bit of tension here. Okay, so this move doesn't seem to do anything. Like, what is this move? I don't understand that. Is he just making a waiting move and asking me what I'm doing? Maybe. Okay, so take. I really want to get this bishop. Take. He's going to take with the bishop. I think getting my knight slightly stronger here. So maybe knight here. And then here. And then we can eliminate this one. And things will be doing better. I think we go here. Quite an intense position here. If he takes here, we take the knight. He recaptures and we win this pawn. And then you take this one maybe. Or maybe we take the knight, he recaptures, then we recapture here. Here. And the rooks are involved. Okay, I thought he was going to do this. I actually thought he was going to do this to prevent me jumping to this square. So here. He's got to jump back. What about this? This position's way too intense. I want a pawn break, but I can't seem to find it. I think maybe moving these central pawns is what I need to do. I need to push this e-pawn, I think. And I'm running out of time. Let's go for this. Now I can push this pawn. If he ever takes here, do we take with the pawn? Maybe we do. But I can push this now, I think. Maybe I should have played this. Don't know if that's right, but If he takes here, we recapture. Got to get his bishop off this diagonal. Come for this. How does he defend this pawn? He's got to go here. I'm going to push here. His bishop might be trapped. I think his bishop's trapped. He can't go back. So our knight's covering everything here. I think we got his bishop. I want to get this pawn. But this one seems a bit stronger. Gotta go for this one. Let's just be solid. Be as solid as we can. This is an outpost. I want to go for this one. We're going to go here. I'll kick his bishop away. Gotta watch my time. Make quick decisions here. Okay, let's kick this away. Improves our position, stops his pawn from advancing. So where's he going? Back to here? Okay. He's got this. We push here, so we're fine. Let's go here. He can't push here. We just reroute. He's got this square, so I do have to be careful. But I think we just come here, and then we attack this. Or even here. Oh, I just gave him this pawn. That's no good. Okay, I think we can go here and attack this one, though. He can't push this in time. So he's going for this one. We'll just attack his. Go here. I think we got this, lads. But I can still blunder. He should have had his rook defending like this. If he comes here, we go here. We're defending here. So we're attacking both his rooks right now, and that allows us to get rid of one of them. And now we win the pawn. We can get out of this with a check. So right now our knight is pinned. Just got to be a little patient here. I feel like I'm messing this all up. I've got time. Okay. Whew. Oh, that was intense. It was a checkmate in one. A forced checkmate in one. So basically knight here is what we were threatening. But I didn't know it was forced. I thought there was something else. So yeah, knight here. He can't go back because the pawn and the rook is holding the pawn. And the pawn here is holding it as well as my king. Whoa, that was intense, lads. But we did it. We're up to 1690. Guys, if this is the level of high 1600s, then I don't think I'm ever climbing any further. But that guy played like an absolute monster. That was really intense. I haven't had an intense game like that in a while. So we got 2 wins today and 1 loss. 82.9%. But overall, we played pretty well. We had a bunch of little issues here and there. Like there was one point here where I did take this and he took back, and then I went here with my pawn, and this was a mistake because he had wow, he could have taken here, and then I recapture and he wins this pawn. I go h7, and then he's got the knight back there because this is a fork. That would have been very dirty if he spotted that. Yeah. Well, anyway, he didn't spot that. We got the win. And we're at 1690. Tomorrow we will get to 1700, lads. Back to 1700 and upwards and onwards to greater and more glorious things. Thanks for sharing the video. Thanks for liking it. See you guys tomorrow.